Hello, Brother Munray here. Excuse me. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts and to me alpha testing a mod that I wrote live on YouTube, which is just great. We have taken North Sakhalin, which is just fantastic. I am running on a slightly updated version of the mod. It's not available for others to test just yet, and the reason for that is simply because I'm pretty sure that very, very soon we're going to get another update for the base game. It tends to be every couple of days, 2 or 3 a week. So there's no point me deploying an update and then, because there'll be other things I want to add to it anyway. But the main thing I wanted to address was countries collapsing. Definitely other people have been coming up against that. So I've toned down the GDP hit when you lose a transport. It's still more than vanilla or NAR, but it's toned down a little bit. And the other thing I've changed, again, based on feedback from people, is light cruisers. So whilst human players are perfectly capable of using a 9-inch gun on a light cruiser, there's definitely an issue where the AI is like, "Ooh, 9-inch guns, yes, amazing," and then doesn't put any armor on light cruisers. So I've reverted light cruisers back to their vanilla stats. So 7-inch guns, 3-inch secondaries maximum. And I've also done something that's not in vanilla. I've given them a minimum armor requirement of 1/2 an inch, which should mean that the AI has to put at least some armor on them. It can't just run around with them with absolutely nothing. The minimum armors only count for the main belt, I'm pretty sure, which I know is ahistorical for protected cruisers, which just had like a protected deck, but that's the way the game works. And 1/2 an inch is not a lot, but it will stop an HE shell going straight into their magazine and blowing them up instantly. So that's why I did that, and we'll see how that goes. Right, back to the war though. It's time to invade southern Siberia. Soviet Union, naval invasion, southern Siberia, go. Yes, we'll take southern Siberia. This will dump the ships out of that port. I'm going to send the battlecruisers to bombard Vladivostok, or at least try to. We are trying to push in, but that's really not going anywhere. I'm assuming our army logistics is 82 and theirs is 100. That's never going to work. But the economy, which is not negative, even though it's wartime, that's pretty good. The economy is doing okay. We've got loads of money as well, which I do need to try and spend, up the tech budget a little bit. I have also now seen all the comments saying that I missed a 7-inch casement on one of the ships, and another one of the ships had problems where I didn't put a double hull on it. I don't know how I managed that. That's normally not something I miss. So might be some refits going on this episode. We've got RDF now, so there's definitely a reason for me to do it. Ooh, looks like we're generating an ambush. Interesting. And again, as usual, I'm like, click end of turn, because end of turns is now pretty quick. But of course, I get stuck on building new ships. Oh, so typical. Now you see why I cut out the turns normally. Okay, we hit Vladivostok, which is great. I'm just going to leave the battlecruisers there to keep doing that, because we will eventually be trying to take Vladivostok, but we've got a fair way to hammer it. What's this ambush? Okay. I'm up for it. might be able to do some damage here. Now, one thing I haven't been able to tell is what happens if there is an illegal light cruiser in your campaign save. Mine campaign save loaded up absolutely fine, which I've seen is normally the case when you have changes to ship types, which is the file I was changing. But you may find that illegal ships just fail to load and disappear. So, again, another reason to delay making the change until there's an updated version. Because, yeah, if you test... Again, another reason why this mod is not out in the public yet is because... Oh, gee. Oh, this really spread out. Go for that one. Oh, I'm going to have to slow this down. Right. You turn the void off. Yeah, you're going to go for that one. Fucking hell. Avoid causing problems again. Just means that ships don't go where you expect them to. Right. Are you locked onto that ship? Maybe. They're firing their own torpedoes. Right, torpedoes away from Hatu. Oh, and from somewhere else. Yeah, that's that light cruiser definitely avoiding. Fired from too far out. Sometimes you can get lucky with the ambushes, but you just fired. That's not a very good angle to fire at, I have to be honest. Alright, let's have a look. Yeah, this is an illegal light cruiser with 9-inch guns, so they just load. If they're already there, they load up. They're just in there. Right, let's go for the heavy cruiser instead. It's a bigger prize anyway. Oh, she's not going to avoid that one. Nope. Got her on the stern. Very nice. Again, not normally something you can pull off. Ow. Fire the damn torps. Immediately. Nope. Lost one. Ow. Okay, this has not gone well. But, you know, I did get a little bit of damage in. It's just, I completely mismanaged it. Pop smoke. Pop smoke. Yeah, crunch lot damaged, but yeah, not worth the loss of a destroyer. Worth a try though, and went a hell of a lot better than any ambush you've ever tried in vanilla. Yeah, I think given that they had the backup, not wise. So maybe gonna have to wait until we get a single ship on its own. But worth a go. Worth a go. I think if we'd hit them square midships, they would have sunk. What a weird design, by the way. Just a single 10-inch dual gun right up front. Mm. Or a Sashimo getting chased here. Let's have the torpedoes loaded. Could maybe get them to give up by launching them. Here we go. Yeah, I think we have successfully disengaged after using the torpedoes. It's caused them to move around, pop a smoke screen, and now I don't think anyone can see each other. We just have to wait out the clock. Hello? Do you know what? I'm just going to skip to the end. There we go. As I said, not exactly worth it, but it was worth a try. Okay, we have taken southern Siberia. Very nice. And I also remembered, and this is another reason why I don't deploy the mod, because I'm like, oh yeah, I was going to make that change, and I'm a bit scatterbrained about things. Turbo Electrics, I've boosted their horsepower per ton to 90, which was suggested as some feedback as well, because, well, yeah, when I was looking at it, Turbo Electrics are essentially a steam engine, you know, a geared steam turbine, which has, instead of driving the propellers directly, it feeds into an electric generator, and then you use basically it's a bit like a diesel electric train, as my understanding of it. And yeah, they had a weirdly low horsepower per ton that basically meant I never used them. So all the other stats stay the same. They're still expensive, but they offer you a little bit more for your money. So if you're a fan of Turbo Electrics, huzzah. If you've ignored Turbo Electrics, you might want to check them out. Anyway, let's go invade. Let's go invade the Russian Far East. Let's hit Vladivostok. We're going to have to try and get some more port strikes against it, but hopefully we can do that. See you soon. Oh, interesting. We have a new battlecruiser. We're a little bit... we're pushing the budget a little bit right now, but we can give it a go. Yeah, I can cut this back a little bit so that we're on positive monies. There we go. Research. What have we got coming up? 9 months. Mark 4 9-inch guns. Cool. We also have the Mark 4 7s, so another reason to basically do a round of refits of all of the ships. Yes. Okay. Battlecruiser. Why not? New design. Oh, and of course I unlocked the modernised Dreadnoughts, didn't I? So I have a Dreadnought to build too. Oh, and they are definitely a pair. Okay, cool. Well, let's get them under construction, shall we? So the Sagami. Now, our previous battleship is the Tosa, and she was 21 knots, 14-inch guns. Okay. This one is also going to be 21. 14-inch guns. That was 40,000 tons. Let's go for 45. So we're just kind of keeping things going. Casements, I'm probably going to go lighter. Did the toasters have the 7s? No, they didn't. They had 3s. But they did have 14s. Probably going to be a repeat of the toaster, to be honest. Maybe a shorter bar bit. Yes. As usual, doing a back to front build. Mega funnel. Mega funnel. Secondaries. We've been using 3-inch, but we now have 3-inch triples, which is cool. I mean, these guns are legitimately terrible, but we can try. Pagoda. Oh yes, I know people are going to be very excited about that. Oh, the pagoda doesn't fit 3 inches. So only take 2s. Yeah. Oh, that's annoying. I guess we could use 2-inch guns. I'm going to use the singles though. I know that might seem weird, but the I'm going to have to wait until I get the updated 2-inch guns, which are the big fat ones. But for now, I think the single guns kind of look cool. They fit the pagoda nature, and yeah, 2 14-inch guns on the front. Glorious. We do have a bit of an half-weight offset, but I kind of like the long nose. Right, let's build the rest of the ship. Oil gear turbines, which we don't need to balance. So let's just have a look. 32,867. It's actually slightly lighter turboelectric now than a geared turbine, which might not be quite right. I might need to adjust the engine weight a little bit. Of course, this is a low-speed ship. Turboelectrics are quite good for low speeds, but no, we're not going to go with turboelectric. We're going to stick with the geared turbines. Crook 2. All of our usual upgrades. Standard ratio of shells, because Japanese doctrine has dictated for some time. Enhanced reloading. Hydra 1. Coincidence 4. Nice. And an RDF. Very cool. Right. Armoring. Oh, well, came a lot of armor free. That's nice. 130. Yeah. So, yeah. 14-inch belt should be fine. 16 on the turrets. Extended. Yeah, I would say 3-inch. That's going to be fine. Decks. 3-inch. 1.5 on the light stuff. Maybe, I don't know, 6-inch on the turret top. That's pretty fancy. And then pretty light layering, because layering is very, very heavy. Okay, casement sides. Yeah, let's just go 3 and 1/2 on the top. Lengths 40 caliber, please. Oh, these just as long. Wait, there's still a 3-inch gun? Where? Oh, of course, the casements are. No, it's saying there's a twin 3-inch gun somewhere. Ah, up here. There we go. I was wondering what was going on there. Yeah, let's go 35s on the 2-inch guns. And 40s. 40 caliber on the 3-inch guns. And then we have a little bit of spare displacement. Oh, we should have standard crew quarters. It is a battleship, so bulkheads would be nice. Let's go many. Many and spacious. There we go. The Sagami. 466 million, so yeah, just continuing with the never-ending inflation that you have to deal with, but it's nice to see pagoda towers starting to appear. All right, save that design, and then let's design her battlecruiser sisters at the same time. These are going to be the Satsumas, probably. No, the Kurosawas. So these are 43,500. What's the Kirishima? 35 to 40. So these would ideally be 40,000. So they're going to be quite big. Yeah, Kirishima had the 14-inch guns. What I'm thinking is we don't have the gun right on the back. That we cut that one off, basically. But otherwise we have the same ship. Two funnels. Oh, this one doesn't get a pagoda. Sad. So we go with this sort of layout. But this can be much faster, can't it? 30 knots. I don't know if we're going to be able to push to 30. We might have to go back to 28, same as the other ships. Let's go, again, 2-inch singles, I think. For now. That'll probably get changed later. But for now, they don't look too terrible, and they kind of fit. And yeah, it's just going to be a little bit weird in that it has an empty quarterdeck. I think that's probably the easiest way to do it. We'll see. I'll see when I price out the rest of the ship. Hold on. Oil, gear turbines. Actually, this is a high-speed ship. 25,517. 24,941. So they are actually slightly lighter than the regular geared steam turbines, but they're probably the turbo electrics. I mean, but they're probably slightly worse when it comes to the double geared steam turbines, which seems fair because you have access to like, if you go turbo electric, you'll probably only be using it right to the end of the game. So I see that as an end game tech, as in it is viable right to the end of the game. Whereas geared turbines, you're probably definitely going to be replacing them with double geared steam turbines at some point. Rangefinder, RDF. This thing is going to need. This is the reverse problem. So 14. 3, 3, 3, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 16. Did I remember to do the tower on the Sagami? Or did I hit save before I did that? I did not, but it was already at 15. Okay, cool. That was a mistake. 3, 5, 1.5, 16, 6, 16, 3, 5, links 40. 35s, 40s, and we're at 97%. Okay, and it's perfectly balanced. Lovely. So yeah, this is faster by getting rid of this extra gun. And it's 5,000 tons lighter, and it is cheaper. So, and 30 knots as well. So that's very nice. Very nice indeed. And we can get some nice to haves. It is a battlecruiser, but yeah, many bulkheads probably the best bet. Try and stop it sinking. But there we go. Two new capital ships, and I think they're going to do very well. Right, I'm going to build. I've been kind of doing 3 or 4 and 2. I'm probably going to do the same here. I'm going to build 3 of the battleships, 2 of the battlecruisers, and then weep about the costs because it's going to be very expensive. So yeah, let's build 3 Sagamis and 2 Kurosawas. So the Sagamis we're going to build in Kyushu. And these 2... Sorry, these 2. And Yokosuka. Oh, the Kiroshimas are ready. Nice. You can head out and join this fleet. We've got Vladimir. It just regenerates too fast, and you can't guarantee the strike. So I'm just gonna send it. We've got a lot of tonnage sitting over here. We're just gonna have to try and launch an invasion. Right, budget. Let's drop crew training back to 50%. Oh, God. And tech budget to 70 to maintain positive budget. There we go. I mean, I do have cash on hand, so I can spend it, but I think that's probably our best bet. I'm also going to need to deploy a destroyer up here, I think. Actually, I'm going to send a cruiser and a destroyer. Will fit. Yeah, it'll fit. Cool, just so that we have some stuff in the Sea of Okhotsk. But, yeah, if we are able to take the Russian Far East, because I don't think Eastern Siberia has a port, that means that the Russians... Oh, no, it does. Way up here. Okay, we'll go invade that, then. Next. If we can take Russian Far East, which is a much bigger price, then we'll go try and take Eastern Siberia. And that basically locks the Russians or the Soviets out of the Pacific completely and makes them very vulnerable, because if they lose northern Russia and Latvia, they'll be... Oh, no, they'd also have to lose Ukraine and southern Russia. But it will lock them out of the Pacific, which would be a major strategic victory for Japan. And basically, we only have to worry about the French and the Americans. Wait a minute, they took Sumatra? Okay, well, okay, we need to deal with that. Sumatra, I remember, is quite weak. Yeah, it is. Okay, well, we'll see how the Russian Far East goes, and then we'll split up, and we'll take Siberia and Sumatra at the same time. Alright, I've dispatched the Kankos and the reserve fleet to go and take Sumatra, because the chance on taking Vladivostok is already pretty low, so... I'm thinking that they'll be able to go down, take Sumatra, and then go take Eastern Siberia while I continually try to take Vladivostok until they're ready for, like, attempt number 3. But the Kargil, a Svetlana class light cruiser. This is a new light cruiser. Let's see if the changes I made worked. Although it could have been made before I imported the changes. We've got a bunch of destroyers. Again, it's not the best, but we might be able to pull something off here, especially if I'm not a complete idiot and actually actually do this properly. We do now have dual turrets for destroyers, so I think at some point we'll be looking at a improved destroyer. Start replacing these little 3-inch ships. We also have the 21-inch torpedo, which I'm a big fan of. So yeah, there's lots of things to do. I'm assuming this is the light cruiser. It's coming in against us. Right, let's get turned and get dumping torps. Ow! Ow! Launch! 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 Fucking launch! There we go. Okay, one away. Get out. You. Badly injured. Get out. You. Oh, 2 hits! Okay, I wasn't just trying to micro the ships. Avoid off, fuck's sake. Will you fucking fire? It could be that... No, torpedo tubes just weren't moving. Could be that the ship is experiencing power issues, but... Also just feels like they're not turning. Come on, Nara. No, no, fucking get out of the way. Jesus. Clusterfuck. Slow down. Full stop. No, not full stop. Full speed. Damn. Oh man, I'm so bad at these. Okay, Suzuki is fired. Good. Ashimasho still hasn't fired. Looks like I might get a couple more hits here. Oh, Nara's lost her helm. That doesn't help. Gargoyle trying to avoid, but... Oh, no, it's a dud. Oh, one of them finally fired. Nara, good job. One hit, one dud. Nope, Cargill's down. Okay, you lot. You're still in decent condition. The rest of you are not. Right. Form into a new division. Let's go after the destroyer. Really, this thing was built in 1920? Oof. Did it have armor? Yes, it did. Good. It's a bit of a weird armor scheme, but it did have it. Launching torpedoes, even though can't actually see the ship. Kind of love that. That is a fast ship. And quite large, so that's relatively modern. 4.4-inch guns. Does have a little bit of armor. Sunk. Excellent. Well, that went okay. Yes, very nice. Okay, collapsing still a thing, obviously. To be fair, though, I think they were in a serious spot of bother. The Spanish, yeah, look at this. They were at war with France and America and Italy, I think, and they were clearly blockaded, and they've just dissolved. I know some people don't like the dissolving mechanic, but effectively what this will mean is that France will conquer all of Spain. So as long as it's not Britain or... Oh, Jesus, France, what the hell's going on? As long as it's not, you know, the big ones, Britain, France, Germany, arguably Italy or the US spontaneously collapsing, it should happen at some point. If nations are really losing quite badly, and yeah, it looks like Spain just was being hit so hard. I can't remove the collapse mechanic. What I will try and do, though, is if I can find it in the files, I will make it so that if this happens, if you have ungoverned territory bordering one of your provinces, it's almost guaranteed to generate a mission. Like, I've been sitting waiting for missions against Central China and Xinjiang for ages, and I have nothing to influence it. This should just happen. So I should be like, yoink, yoink, yoink. This should just go for it straight away. Naval invasions, this is on 25%. So I'm not expecting this to go off next turn, but it might. And then we've started invading Sumatra. 9%? The fuck do you mean 9%? Oh, because there's a battleship right there that's not engaging me. Okay. Cool. Well, I'll see how this one goes, and then I'll just move everything down here, because that's ridiculous. Yeah, we haven't taken the Far East. I'm going to there's a little fleet here. I'm going to leave that just to see if we can get some port strikes, but I'm going to move all the rest down here. We're going to take Sumatra. We're going to take Eastern Siberia instead, just because we can. All right. I mean, the other thing we can do is we can try and drive the VP into the stratosphere so that we can actually take Russian Far East. But it's a very expensive province at 4.8 billion, so that doesn't seem super likely. There we go. We did take Sumatra. Nice. Okay, in that case, the fleet is going to be retasked with going backwards. They're going to be tasked with going up here. I don't think I need more than that. I shouldn't need more than that. I'm going to drop off a destroyer. And I'm going to leave the reserve fleet hanging around for a moment. And I'm going to send the battlecruisers back up to Vladivostok. And yes, taking Sumatra is a little bit of a risk. Because it, you know, it's going to be cut off if we're in a war with the US or Britain or France. But it's got oil. And I'm not letting the Russians keep it. How are we doing for oil, actually? Oh, and another thing people have been telling me to do is to click that button. Why that button is not clicked by default, I have no idea. People have been telling me that, like, the first episode. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Yeah, just give me Russian Far East again. What was I going to check? Oil. Where our oil production per capita is the only way we can see it, isn't it? Yeah, 16,326 barrels. Soviet Union is 19,000. Germany 7. France 26. That's pretty darn good. and US 140. So, but we're still doing okay. Still producing a fair amount of oil. Our economy is now the smallest of the remaining great powers, apart from the Soviet Union. But we can probably destroy them. But yeah, we're little minnows for now. But we're sitting on a lot of resources, a lot of population. We just need to get going with it. Right, more invading. Oh, well, this is disappointing. Someone has signed a peace deal behind our back. Oh, that's what causes it. Okay, so the AI, the Russian AI, has pushed for a treaty with us. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So I would ask for Kazakhstan, but I can't afford it. Okay, well, I guess it's just give me some money then. It's not an inconsequential amount of money, but what do their naval funds look like? Yeah, they've got absolutely tons. AI is really bad at managing its economy. It just sits there with tons in the naval funds, and yet still somehow runs out of money. Don't ask me how that works. Anyway, that means I'm not swapping to peacetime because I'm still at war with Germany, but I'm pretty sure I can't do anything about the Germans. So that means I've got to look to cause a fight with them. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to send everything home. I'm going to sort the economy out. I'm going to do some refits, and then we're going to go look for some trouble. And all of that is going to be in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.